Welcome back here to Bleed Blue 365. I really should have done a Georgia post game. I never did. It was a good game by Georgia. Some terrible stuff happened, but I'm not even gonna go there. Georgia isn't as dominant as they think they are. They're not that much further away from Kentucky. I mean, last year it took a fourth quarter, a bad punt, a fumble, and and they had already scored the touchdown in the fourth quarter. It'd be 21-0 at their place. 14-3. Kentucky's closing the gap with them, but I'm not worried about that. Their game got canceled this week. Me and the girlfriend are back on. Both of us pulled for Kentucky, both of us pulled for Georgia, and it's done and over with. But there's some heavy hearts. Anybody who's seen the halftime video, kind of what I did, the kind of video I did, kind of photo, I chose my old Kentucky home, mainly because it's also what they did at the game, as my mom told me. She used my tickets this week. Went to the game. But John Schlarman is a Kentucky native, and played for Kentucky back in the 90s. He's Kentucky through and through. Anybody, from my fans who are not familiar with his situation, he's been battling cancer for the last 3 years, last 3 seasons, maybe a little longer, but it's been about 3 years, and for the last couple of weeks, it's been kind of known in the Kentucky fan base. The John Schlarman wasn't doing good. The last game he was at was the Tennessee game. He missed the Missouri game. And then he missed Georgia game, obviously. And then Wednesday, we had the bye week, and on Wednesday it was put out there that he had, passed away. That way, and also that's, if you watch the game, the past 2 weeks, last 2 games, I've noticed it. I didn't notice it at the Georgia game, but Georgia game. I didn't notice it prior. The Missouri game. The Georgia game and today's game. The Georgia game, Drake Jackson wore it, number 65. That's to honor the coach, Schlarman. Today, Landon Young, who was already scheduled to wear it, wore it. I really did admire Kentucky's, we had Vandy won the toss. We took the ball first. We came out and pretty much it's a missing man formation. We came out with 10 guys, 4 offensive linemen. We left the left guard open on purpose. That was his primary position at Kentucky, and took a delayed game. That was all for him. I met him a couple times. Since he's came back to Kentucky and coached, he was a very nice guy. You meet some coaches, and it doesn't matter if they're position coach, a coordinator, or the head coach. There's usually an arrogance to them. I'm going to tell you right now, for the most part, this whole coaching staff here is all about their fans and fan interaction. Football-wise. Basketball-wise, I don't have much to say because, you see on TV Coach Cal interacting with fans, friendly out in public. But I've heard that he can be, excuse the language, but could be an asshole. But the football, they're all about their fans. They're wanting the fans in the stadium. It's just, they're a little better. And I think that's why fans do continue to come, because they're appreciated. when the fans show up, they're actually appreciated. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and move on. That's where the John Slarman stuff is coming in at. The intro to this is going to, well, I'm going to put it as the same thing. So, John Slarman. Let's get to the game. I didn't do a preview with game, a preview of Vandy. So y'all hadn't seen me in 2 weeks before the Georgia game. But I've been really busy this week, man. I've been really busy. And I could have done a post Georgia, but I'm a fan. I get aggravated. So many times I'll make myself believe it that we're going to win a game, and it really hurts to lose that game. Sometimes just spend time with the girlfriend. As a truck driver, I don't get to see her much, so I try to do whatever I can to have some type of reaction with her. Spend some time with her on the phone, texting, whatever. But Kentucky came out. Terry Wilson started. I really didn't know how I felt about that. I think Terry Wilson's done enough for the University of Kentucky, and that his record shows he's deserving to be our starting quarterback. Took us to a 10-2 season. First one since, what was it, late 70s. He started us off last year with 2-0 before he went down. And this year, it's a funny year this year. I expected big things from Kentucky, and you see flashes of how good Kentucky is. Today was a terrible game by our defense. We got the win. We were up 35. What was it? We were up 35-21 at one point in time. I remember we were up even higher. We were up 17 points at one point in time. No, we were up 38-21. We were up 38-21. And Coach Stoops went conservative. It didn't cost us the game this time. They came off for close. As Kentucky got the win 38-35, we put in our freshman quarterback who hadn't seen no time this year. But we've heard, fan base has heard a lot of things out of practice that he's really good. He's showing a lot of flashes. He's right there in the quarterback mix. And we got to see him for a drive, and it split out. It sputtered, and then we punted the ball away. Vandy goes down, scores a touchdown. Made it 38-28. We go down and bring Joey Gatewood in now. And, well, we didn't really do nothing there. So, this game was not as close as it looked. Last I seen, Kentucky had thrown the ball for 150 yards. Rushed over 302. It's not bad. But my problem is, Kentucky's defense looks good. And then you want to be, and the same thing continues to hurt Kentucky on defense. They go to these you go hurry up, and we look lost. For 8 years now, we've looked lost when the offense goes to hurry up. We don't know who to cover. We got guys, it just, I don't get it. Vandy started their first possession at the half-yard line, at the 1-yard line. And then after a false start, was pushed back to the half-yard line. They moved the ball out to like, what was it, around the 20? Before we finally stopped them. And they went hurry up. And they continue to go hurry up all game. I feel sorry. I hope the Vanderbilt running back is good. Because they literally just ran him into the dirt. I mean, he didn't, once they took the pads off, he didn't look very, he looked like all bones. He was getting hit pretty hard. This is SEC football. It doesn't matter who you're playing. But it's just the same thing over and over and over again. For 8 years. Can't stop the run. And can't stop anytime somebody goes, hurry up. We don't know what to do. I mean, I think we could have played Vanderbilt's 1965 team and they could have ran the ball against us. I just want to see, Stoops was a very highly talented defensive coordinator. I just don't know. I mean, we're in year 8. Don't get me wrong, Kentucky is usually growing up 7-5, 8-4. Those are good years for Kentucky. And now our expectations are up higher. And I'm just going to give it to Uncle Lou. He said it a couple times that our expectations are too high. I don't know. I'm going to take this win, but it was not pretty. Terry Wilson actually had a really good game. He was 13 for 15, throwing the ball. He threw the ball for 110 yards, 2 touchdown passes. I don't know. He ran for 83 yards. He showed, man, he has some speed today. But Kentucky gets the win 38-35. I guess you can say they squeaked out one. Squeaked one out. The game wasn't that close. I'm sorry. It just wasn't. I was driving, and I parked probably with, I think it was like 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. But I see the whole game. And there's just no reason Kentucky should be giving up 35 points to Vanderbilt. I did see it, that it was Kentucky. It wasn't our first string, all total first string defensive players in there. But I don't know. Kentucky's only got one more year, got one more win coming this year. As our last 3 games are against Alabama, Florida, and then South Carolina. 4 to 6 year. There's just no reason you lose to Ole Miss or Missouri, or you barely get by Vanderbilt. It's unexcusable. I just want the coaches to get their shit together. That's all I want. 38-35, game over. I'm going to eat my lunch now. I wanted to do this video before I got carried away. And then just didn't do it. Thanks for tuning in. If you ain't already done so, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button over there. Give me a like. Give me a thumbs up. Share it. Video helps this channel. One more thing. P.S. I forgot. I actually meant to do it post game. I just never did it. I wasn't trying to. It's hard to talk shit about Georgia when you don't truly, like, you kind of believe it. You're kind of making yourself on the outer of your heart that you can beat Georgia. I mean, anything can happen on any given Saturday. Any team could win. But it's hard when you don't truly believe that you can beat Georgia. I mean, there's a talent is. So I don't know. So that's why it's hard to do smack talk against a team like Georgia. It's going to be hard to do one against Alabama. I'm not looking forward to next weekend's game. But anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Like I said, give me if you ain't already done so, hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Share with your friends. You can leave a comment down here. I usually respond. Maybe not, right away, but I usually respond. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it. And go Cats.